Fruits basket. I mean, it would sell. I mean, guaranteed.
Did you say that it did make a lot of money?
Yeah, I've heard rumors and stuff that Fruits Basket has made Funimation a great deal of money in the past. That it's a very high selling uh, product for them, and they like the revenue they got from the licensing of Fruits Basket. It's a terrible shame that that Tokyo Pop went under because they were once putting out Fruits Basket on the manga. It's kind of interesting.
Is it still going on?
No, they finished up.
Okay. Because I read up to like the 17th one. Okay, you know what? That was baby's first anime. That was my first anime, so. Besides Pokemon and all.
I grew up in the age of Toonami, so I can't remember which one was my actual first anime.
Oh, okay. What was it?
I don't know. I think it's either Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Card Captors, or Pokemon. That is what I'm thinking. It's one of those four, but that's a guess.
Well, my first anime, believe it or not, was actually animated. Got Hayao Miyazaki to become an animator, and it's a movie. It's called Carmen the Magic Serpent. That was my very first anime. I saw it in 1973. That anime was made in 1958. Wow. Year 1961 to the United States. Just last year celebrated its 50th anniversary being brought over here to the United States.
Well, it's sort of like, as a kid, they air anime. They have kids shows kind of like nowadays. I don't know what it is. I guess it'd be like Bakugan or something. And you watch those kinds of things as a kid, and that was sort of what got me interested. And then Fruits Basket, like I read about it online, and so I like rented it from Netflix and bought the manga and read those. And that was my first.
They had Fruits Basket here. I mean at UNCG on DVD. That's when I first saw it.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Speaking of Bakugan, I think it's Beyblade actually. Beyblade keeps getting refunded by Hasbro, I think, to create new seasons of the show. Because I was shocked to find out that that show first came out in 2003, and it's still as popular as it ever was. At least the toys are.
Well,
so,
Pokemon is still going on, no matter how many Pokemon needs to stop, but it's still going on.
But it's not the lens, it's the fact that it keeps coming
back. Did you see the black and white anime?
Oh no.
Not the games. The games don't need to stop.
As long as they make games, they're gonna make the anime.
Yeah, the anime is just because I watched episodes of the black and white anime, and I was
the connoisseur thing got old real fast.
It's getting slower.
I just didn't. I don't know. It was weird.
Like the way they talk, it keeps getting slower. Like we're going to go to the gym now.
Yeah, they used to talk so much faster.
Eli, that's such a weird observation.
No, I mean overall, the show overall though.
Well, poor Ash had to go through puberty at some point.
I think they just translate it. Are they just translating it thinner? Like they're just making it purposefully less words? I'm asking because that's what it seems like.
Well, like I said, they changed voice actors in Pokemon, and I've had people, being very upset because the original people who were doing Pokemon aren't doing them anymore.
Yeah, they're not on long enough. I'm not.
So, well, from what I've heard, the upper heads made a decision to say we need to get a new voice acting cast in here.
Well, they just sort of like, I guess the way that they get away with it is by bringing in different characters. Well, then again, isn't Pokemon something though that it is dubbed? It's not something that's like the American's not the original dub. It's Japanese. Yeah. Sorry, that's probably a really dumb question, but I guess I'm thinking in terms of the American cast because that's what I'm used to, what I watched a lot as a kid. So.
So you got a different voice cast in the American version, and some people don't like them. They wish that they got the original actors back, but then again,
we're not going to do Pokemon for 10 years.
Well, if you're an actor, you take whatever you can get.
Yeah.
But I mean, they probably would get more.
Yeah, there's plenty of work. It's the difficult part is finding the work where they're willing to pay you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, some of them hated that they had to leave the show, but they were forced out. So.
Well, I don't know a lot about American companies that distribute anime, but like, is Funimation the big one?
Yeah.
Okay, because Funimation is doing my absolute favorite anime soon, but it wasn't a very big anime. It was. Did
Yes, I have heard of it.
So good.
That's my.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's on
It's
Hulu.
really great.
Watch it.
It's my favorite anime, and they're actually dubbing it. And I watched the trailer for the dub, and it looks fantastic. I'm very excited, and I don't usually watch dubs, but this is my
They did
favorite
Summer
anime of all
Wars,
time. And it was
too.
only 11. It was only an 11 episode series. Was it last spring or last fall?
I don't remember. I think it was last winter.
Okay, yeah.
But
So
they did Funimation did the Summer Wars dub too, and the Summer Wars
yeah,
dub
the
was
Summer Wars dub was
phenomenal.
phenomenal as well.
Yeah, they tried to get that nominated as an Oscar.
Oh man,
Really?
I
It
really
should
wish
have been.
It
Uh,
should have
been
been.
that show. That movie.
I watched it, and this was done by Madhouse Studios. The animation quality was nice, but for me, there was something lacking. I don't
Really?
know
Had you
exactly where, but I felt like it was lacking something.
No.
I thought it was perfect.
Had you seen The Girl Who Left Through Time? Because a lot of
Well,
people
I
haven't
thought
seen
that
that
would be-
first.
I
I
would
didn't like
consider
that
that more of a Oscar than I would.
I
Summer
saw
Wars.
I saw Girl Who Leapt Through Time before Summer Wars, and I did not like Girl Who Leapt Through Time nearly as much as I liked Summer. Maybe because it was a romance, and I didn't really get into it. But I thought Summer Wars was much better than the Girl Who Leapt Through
I don't know,
Time.
Summer Wars I wasn't expecting much, but I cried, and it's such a beautiful
Regardless of the actual quality of Summer Wars, I mean, it's like, there's, when you look at the nominees for Best Animated Picture for the Oscars, there's really nothing there aside. I mean, what was the big animated movie that came out last year?
Unless it's Pixar.
Well,
Yeah, was there a Pixar movie
isn't
last year? I don't think
DreamWorks
there
has been
was.
Tangled was Tangled. Tangled was probably came out last year. People flipped over Tangled. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe that was 2020.
No, they have the nominations up, and I looked at them, and I don't remember anything that jumped out. A lot of it was films I'd never heard of, and then Kung Fu Panda 2. But I mean,
I think Kung Fu Panda 2 was actually nominated.
Like Ponyo was nominated, House of Castle was nominated.
Well, it's not Miyazaki though. It's
I know it's not Miyazaki.
Posada,
Yeah.
so they were
Well, I
like-
like Posada too, though.
No, I mean, but he's not as popular.
Whisper of the Heart.
No, that's Miyazaki.
No,
It's Ghibli, but it's not Posada.
Yeah.
oh, it's not.
Posada is just Girls Who Left Behind.
Oh, well, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. See, if it's Miyazaki, the Academy
It wasn't
just
Miyazaki. It
like
was
feels
like a
comfortable
Miyazaki
doing it.
student or something.
But it was Ghibli, so I can.
Anybody who watches this podcast is gonna be like,
There
no,
was
one
no
really
anime.
dumb girl who knows nothing about anime.
Oh, don't be surprised. How do you learn? You go by and ask questions. You go, how do you learn? You pick up a book and you read it. There's nothing wrong about not knowing a subject.
Do you have any favorite voice actors, Japanese or American? I think we
Uh,
talked about some of your favorite ones.
Okay, well, as far as Japanese, Naomi Mitsuki would be one, even though I like her more as a singer. And then Aya Sakawi, who does the voice of, in the Japanese of the Melancholia Haru Suzumiya, she's Haruka. She's a very good singer and also a very talented voice actor.
I love her.
She's, I think the last thing I heard her working on was the new Hunter x Hunter series.
Which one is this?
Aya Sakawi. She's working on Hunter x Hunter. Was very popular over here in the United States, but done well over in Japan. She's doing some voice work with that.
She did Misa, didn't she, in Death Note too?
Mhm.
Yeah, because I watched a video where she was like going around to different stores and pointing out who she'd played.
Yeah, she knows. Yeah,
It was so cute.
She's in everything.
Yeah.
She's really good at playing the
She's a
Shinigami.
very interesting person, to say the least.
She's the Terra Strong.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
is. It's terrible, man.
I'm kind of curious to see how the new anime is supposed to be coming out this spring of AKB48.
Oh yeah, there's an anime for them?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out this spring.
Dang.
Well,
You
what
know?
is that?
They're this
Well,
a
Max-
teeny bopper music group in Japan, and literally they consist of 48
girls.
teenage
Yeah,
girls.
so it's like Morning Musume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
48?
48
girls.
Jesus Christ, I thought 9 was a lot. Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're very talented young ladies. Now they do perform. I mean, I've watched their concerts and stuff
Yeah, because
on
Morning Musume
YouTube,
is like 12.
and
I think so.
they're very talented. I would highly recommend if you ever get a chance to watch The Beginner. Because when I watched that for the first time, I'm going, well, these girls are really, the choreography is very nicely done. The music is very upbeat, and that was the first time I ever saw their work. But they're a very good group. I enjoyed their performances. And I'm not trying to be a converted old man here. They just
Have you seen many Kiari Pamia Pamia?
I probably have.
She did
Just-
Pawn Pawn Pawn.
Oh, yeah.
She's sort of new. She just kind of exploded in
Yeah.
Japan. She did perform once in LA, which makes me sad. I didn't get to see her, but I loved her.
It was in LA.
I know it wasn't LA. I would have flown, okay?
Japan is closer than LA, dude.
Have you ever heard of X Japan?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jeremy, you know so many.
Yeah. Now that's an interesting group of people.
Interesting group of people.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Well, when I was like 13, I had my best friend. She was into all of the
Visual K.
yeah, she was into all of the
I love
K,
Visual
like
K
Duran
bands.
Gray. She loved Duran Gray. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
Auntie
Yeah.
Cafe. I liked Auntie Cafe, even though they were really bad.
So bad.
What was the? Oh God, I wish I could remember the one that I really liked. Psycholisimu. That's the one I
I
liked.
like Gag.
Gact. Oh,
Oh,
Gact
yeah,
is amazing.
Have a friend on Facebook she's a real Gak friend.
Oh my
Like,
Gact.
I was too young to be introduced to Gak's music.
but what I liked about Japanese J-pop is that, the upbeat beats, some of the stuff I go like, this one of our members, we had a J-pop night back in August of 2011 for our anime group. We asked our interpreters to show up. Well, granted, I don't know what a lot of the Japanese words were. Nobody showed up. But we still had the meeting. And one of our members brought some stuff that she liked. And this was done by the same people who did the High School of the Dead theme.
Oh God.
But it was their videos and some stuff that they had saw. And I'm going like, man, this is very good. I'm getting into this. I really like this. And there was this had like a priestess sort of deal. And she was doing an exorcist, and the exorcist failed. The demon still stayed. Ooh, you're like wicked.
Well, there's some really great anime OPs. Like,
Yeah.
I have playlists on my iPod that are just anime OPs opening.
Right.
So great. I don't know the bands who do them. I do one because that's like my favorite song ever.
It's become like the hip thing, sort of from Japanese hipsters to be like, oh, you only listen to music from anime OPs and stuff like that. You only listen to music from anime. You're so square. But it's really a great way to get introduced to a lot of artists you may have not, never heard of otherwise. So, like, I'm a huge fan of Maximum and the Hormones, the guys who did the second opening and closing theme for Death Note. And they're really great.
Wasn't there a group called Nightmare that also?
Yeah, Nightmare. I like them too. I like Visual K and Japanese heavy metal.
Isn't that where a lot of the fashion, like fashion inspiration comes from?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I liked one of my first introductions in cross-dressing was Visual K, and I remember Mana, I think his name is Mana-sama. It's like,
What's his name, Bo?
Okay, you know what? Bo was adorable. He was my first cross-dresser crush.
Okay, I'm gonna definitely be looking up some stuff. You're telling me about stuff I don't know about. Which is fine. That means I consider myself blessed because there's so much out there that I don't know. Sometimes ignorance is one of the greatest rewards. When you told me that you didn't know very much about anime, there's nothing wrong about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just here because of them.
You like anime too, though.
I do like anime. I just don't like it nearly as much as you guys.
You'll learn.
Well, put it this way. If you can find an anime that you can find the character that you can sympathize with, or somebody that you felt like, I like that guy.
You like visual novels. You like 999 and Phoenix Wright. Those are
That's
basically
not all the visual novels I like, though.
That's the
basically anime.
thing. If you can find that connection with somebody, a character that you feel like, hey, I like that character. That's a character that, I wouldn't do what he did, but, I may do, if I was in his shoes, I may have done the same thing. When you make that connection with that character, then half the battle's won. You can at least get into the anime, say, well, I like the way this character developed. Or else, with me, there's an anime that I don't really like, but I collected it anyway. And that was Beck the Mongolian Chopstick.
Oh yeah. Wait, you didn't like that?
Well, I like